Hi, how are you? All right, so I am going to do a tutorial using our Stamparatus and the Hey Chick, Hey Birthday Chick stamps and dies. And yeah, so that's it. But I want to tell you something. I was going to do this last week and I was sick, and so I didn't get to do it. And I was really sad. And so, but one good thing came out of it. So, you know those Facebook um, ads that show t-shirts and they're really cute and everything? Well, I rolled the dice and I ordered some shirts from one of the sites. And I did it for this Hey Chick stamp set. Well, let me show you what this is. So this is the shirt that I ordered. I thought it looked exactly like our chicks, and I wanted this shirt just so that I could do a live with the Hey Chicks and wear my shirt. I know that's crazy, but I thought it was so stinking cute. I wanted to do it. And so just a few days ago, I told Brian, I think I'm going to have to call the credit card company and dispute those shirts that I bought, because I haven't gotten any confirmation that they're being mailed. I hadn't gotten anything like that. So I decided that I would just wait a couple more days. And really, honestly, I've been so busy, I haven't even had a chance to do it. Well, I get a package yesterday, and the shirt came in yesterday, and I'm like, yes, this is perfect. I can do my Hey Chick. I was going to do it anyways because it's all been sitting on my desk waiting for you. And I can wear my Hey Chick shirt. So, all right. So, this is a birthday card that I am going to actually use some leftover celebration paper with. I'm also going to use my Hey Chick dies and stamp set. And this is kind of just an FYI. I know some people, they take their dies and they put them inside their cases. And I thought about doing that too, but I've made this box where all my dies go. And I've labeled all of my dies. I didn't label these yet, but you know, I've been really doing some organizational stuff, so I've labeled all of my dies. And then my cases, I put a green rubber band around them if they have dies that go to them. And I put a blue rubber band around them if they have, well, this doesn't go with any of them, but if they have a punch that goes with it. And then that way I know if I wanted to use this set, then I know what's going to go with it. And then in my notebook, before when I'm starting to kind of get my thoughts together and decide what I'm going to do, I've showed you this notebook before, but I have this one in my mini catalog, and this one's June to January, and if any of these retired, then it'll go back into my retired section. But the welcoming windows, if I flip this over, I have the matching dies in here. Let me get you in. So I have the matching dies, and basically I just use my printer, and I printed off the cover of the welcoming windows, and then I put the matching dies. So that's there also to help me if I'm going through. And so then the dragonfly garden, it has a punch with it. So on my shelf, it has a blue rubber band, but then in my notebook, it has the punch behind it. So it's just my way of staying organized, because a lot of times when I go to create, I pull out this notebook and I look at the sayings, I look at will it fit with what I'm doing. So here's my Hey Chick right here, which is what I'm using today. And then here are my dies behind it. So this is just kind of how I stay organized. So just a little FYI. Show you what I do. I know I've shown that before, but just kind of wanted to to show it again. All right, so we are going to make this really cute fun fold card. It's not my idea. As I've said before, I love Pinterest. I love going on YouTube and seeing what everybody else is doing. And so I found a German demonstrator that did a tutorial on this card, but I couldn't understand a single word she was saying because obviously she was speaking in German. So I had to figure this out all on my own. And I did this for our swaps for our team group. And they really, really turned out cute. Let me show you some of the other cards that came from our team swaps because everybody did such a fabulous job and so much fun. So let me just pop down here real quick. Okay, let's move these out of the way. So, and I took the back sides off. I think Diane might have done this one. I don't know. But anyways, it was really cute. And it's being held on by this little flap. I don't know if you can see it, but really cute. And it's, oh no, you know what? I got this from, oh my goodness, Susan Smith. She did this one. Was really cute. She spritzed us as glitter all over it. So it was really cute. And then when you open it up, it says, "You're still a spring chicken." That one was cute. This was, so our swap for the month was, it had to be from the June to July catalog, and it had to be an animal. So then this was one that somebody sent for their swap. And remember when we did the lattice? That was really cute, and I took the name off. I need to stop taking the names off because they're so cute. This one was Karen's, and she did a wonderful job. It says, "Sending you smiles for every moment of your special day." And I just love this birthday chick. Had the corn stalk and the corn cob, so that's really cute. This was Debbie's, and I can't think of what Debbie's last name is. I'm so sorry if you're watching this. But this one, I love this one. It's simple, but it stands out. It's adorable. So, yeah, I really, really liked this one. And then I believe this was Diane's. This one was really cute. And she used the mini dimensionals to pop up the corn stalks. And she used the fence and did the hay chick. So, and that says, "Let's celebrate you." So these cards were so much fun. And I can't believe that's all I have. I thought I had other cards. So anyways, so yeah. So let's create this fun fold. So this is the way the fun fold will start. Just like this. And so when I sent my cards out, and I'm just going to grab an envelope here. When I sent my cards out, it just fit inside the card, just like that. And so it mailed for just a regular 32-cent stamp, but I think I put a 70-cent stamp on it because I was afraid that it might not be able to bend or whatever. So I did put a little extra stamp on this card. I also ran out of my black ribbon while making the card, so I had to run to Joann Fabrics, and I just grabbed some ribbon. So I did on my swaps use ribbon that was from Stampin' Up, black ribbon, but I'm sorry, I don't have it now because I completely, as you can see, I completely ran out of it. So we're going to just supplement, but I did use that. And let's see, what else? Oh, my desk is so packed here with just stuff. All right. So I used the Flower and Field Designer Series paper. Flower and Field Designer Series paper. So each of the cards got a different one of the pieces of paper. So that's what I used to make this card. So let's just go ahead and let's start off. So I took one of my pieces of DSP and I cut that to 7 1/4 by 7 1/4. So that's what I did. I used my paper trimmer, 7 1/4 by 7 1/4. Okay. Then I grabbed out my oh gosh, can't even think of what it's called. I don't even have my piece of paper here to help me out, but I use this to make the score lines. Oh my goodness. Isn't that the way it's supposed to go? All right, whatever. You know what I mean. You guys give me so much grace. I so appreciate it. The reason why I chose to use this instead of my paper trimmer is because I tried my paper trimmer first and I just couldn't get the numbers right. Now, I know that I don't have the Stampin' Up scoreboard. That's what it's called, a scoreboard. But we do have a Stampin' Up scoreboard. It is $30 and it comes with the stylus to help make the lines in your paper to do your scores. And I really haven't used my scoreboard that much since I got my paper trimmer, because it's got a scoring tool in the paper trimmer, but you can do a lot of fun things with your paper. So this is what I did. So I took my paper on a diagonal, and this one I put a line. So if you were using a black one from Stampin' Up, I might have taken a Post-it note or something, and I might have marked that line, because it's important when you do this that you line up your paper perfectly. All right, so what I did is I went in here and I lined up here at the top at 6 1/2, and then of course I marked down here at 6 1/2, so that I made sure that I was, my paper was completely straight. Then I'm going to take my bone folder or your scoring tool, whichever one you have, and I am going to score at 4 1/4. So here's 4, 4 1/4, 4 1/2. So I'm going to score at 4 1/4. So I'm just going to come down my paper, and don't press very hard because you don't want to rip your paper. And I actually pressed too hard there. Now, I tried to come over here and score exactly. It didn't work. So don't try it, okay? Unless you are better at the math than I am. But then you're just going to turn your paper to the next point, line it up on 6 1/2 and 6 1/2 again, and then you're going to go 4 1/4 again and score down, and do it again until you've done it on all 4 sides. And just make sure your paper is all lined up. 4 1/4, coming down, and then your last time. 4, 6 1/2, 6 1/2, 4 1/4. And so now what I have is a piece of paper that has all of these lines on it. So for the sake of today's video, I wouldn't do this if I were doing this myself, but there is a triangle there, there's a triangle there, there's a triangle there, and there's a triangle there. We have to cut those out. So I'm going to grab my snips real quick, and I'm just going to cut out those 4 triangles, and those don't fit my finger. I actually cut my thumb, and I didn't realize how bad I cut it until I looked at it, and I realized, oh my goodness, maybe I should have gotten a stitch because it wasn't healing together. So I put some little strips in there, and then put a Band-Aid, hoping that maybe I could get it to heal together. So you'll just cut out a little piece like that, and you're going to do that all the way around. Now, I will tell you, that I found on when I was cutting these out, that it was best to cut on that furthest part of that score line. And if you do this, you'll understand what I mean, because if you cut right down the middle of the score line, well, that's fine. But then you're still going to have to cut more paper off. And so I'll show you here in a second. So I'm just cutting right here. I'm just cutting to that outside edge. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my folds and I'm going to fold them in on my score lines. Just going to come all the way around and fold them in on my score lines. Now, when you do that, you will see that your paper literally comes right to the edge of that. Well, it's not going to fold right. So what you have to do now is go back through and just cut a little bit more off. And I just kind of cut an angle, just a little bit, on each of these sides so that you get a good clean fold when it's time to fold your card all the way in. All right, so just go around, just cut these off. Just takes a few seconds. And I recommend doing it on all the sides. And the reason why I recommend doing that is because that way you don't, if you, it closes good. Let's just say that, okay? It closes better. So just go around and do it on all the sides. I think you'll be better off if you do that. All right, one last one right here. I can see that I need to. All right, so then by doing that, then that allows my paper to fold right in, and it folds really good. And then I can take my bone folder and go across my score lines and varnish it down so that I get a nice, good closure on my card. All right, so that's the outside of my card. Then what I did is I took this punch right here, and I'm not prepared, and I'm so sorry. Let's see what the name of this punch is. It's called the Detailed Trio Punch. And I'll be honest, I had a really hard time when I first got this punch learning how to use it, so I'm going to show you something that maybe you already know. Maybe this isn't something new to you, but it was new to me, and I didn't really know how to use it. So I'm going to stick my paper right here, and it's going to fit directly in. Now, when I first got this, I thought that I would press down here to get that punch. You press down in the middle. Ha! Nice cornered edge. I was never able to get my punches good because I was always trying to press here instead of the middle. So if you've had that problem with yours too, I hope that that little tidbit has helped you. Oh, hey Karen, how are you? All right, thanks for joining me. Okay, so just press down right there. All right, so then you get your little curved corners, which is really, really cute. All right, let's go to the inside of the card, which is, I think, the fun part of the card. All right, so I used my stitch-shaped dies, and honestly, I just took my dies out, and I kind of played around with them, decided which one I wanted to use, and I grabbed matching paper. So I did the cherry cobbler, I did the yellow, which, let me grab my paper here real quick. Let's see what this is, because some of these are really close together. Oh, this is the Bumble Bee. And then I grabbed some basic white. And where's my basic white one? Oh, here it is. It's stuck right here. Okay, so I did 2 colors, and then I did 3 of the basic white. All right. And when I made the card, I did a basic white, then I did a color, then I did a white, then I did a color, and then I did a white. All right, so on the first white color, I took this cute little booger here. He is the little chick that's dancing up and down. And I just took a piece of scrap white, basic white paper. Oh, Brian's trying to call me. Sorry. Oh, I usually put that on silent, but I didn't, so sorry about that. So let's just take him. Sorry about that. And then I just stamped him on a piece of Whisper White, just like that. And then I also grabbed the balloon, which let's see where the balloon's at. So the balloon is on this sweet little guy right here. And so I didn't need this part, I just needed the balloon. So I just dabbed. Oh, look at that. That took me off, didn't it? Okay. Hold on a minute. Let's inputs. Hang on a minute. I'm gonna here we go. Sorry about that. I didn't know that that will do that. So that's a good thing to know that I'll lose you. So if you didn't see me, I just basically took my chick that has the balloon attached to her tail end, and I put the stamp right here just a little bit, and then I just did it on a piece of white also, just like that. All right. Then what we're going to do is we're going to color these. And let's see here. What colors are we going to use? Let's use the cherry cobbler. And I used the lighter color of the cherry cobbler because I'm going to come back with my darker color. And make some indentations in the balloon with my dark cherry. And I'm going to use this one. And I just kind of went in here and just put a little bit of, whatever. All right, done with that. Oh, I'm going to cover the end of the balloon here. Then with our sweet little chick, I did petal pink for his little legs. And maybe some bumblebee for his, actually, how about pumpkin pie? Let's do pumpkin pie for his little beak. And you know what? I'm going to come in and I'm going to do pumpkin pie on his little legs too. And then let's use the cherry cobbler and color him in. Just like that. And how about some old olive, just to add a little bit of extra color right there, because that's cute. And then I just did fussy cutting. So I came in here and did a little bit of fussy cutting. And I should have had these cut out, and I'm so sorry that I didn't. I got a new car 2 days ago. And I'm so excited about it. It's so pretty. It's a Jeep. Oh gosh. It's not Cherokee. I don't know. It's a smaller Jeep. But it's really cute. And I was on with the insurance company longer than I had expected. And so, yeah, I didn't get to do everything that I wanted to do to get prepared for this, so I'm so sorry. So we're just gonna cut this out, and you can't even see me because I'm not even paying attention. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you what, if you've done live videos, it's difficult. It's not an easy task. You've got to kind of talk to nobody, and you also have to make sure that you're in the camera, and there's just all these different things that you have to do, and I'm just telling you, it's just not easy. If you think it's easy, then I would say try it and see how it is. So let's get some cherry cobbler ink, and I'm also gonna get some Bumble Bee ink real quick. And whoa, well, interesting. My whole stamp set fell apart. It's probably because it broke. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna have to call Stampin' Up about that and see what they say, because that literally broke right off as I was opening it up. Okay, so I'm gonna take, I'm gonna be careful with this because and I'm just gonna take my confetti stamp, and I'm just gonna go, and this is what I used for my confetti stamp when I did this for all of my teammates. Just went in here and just wherever, just stamped around, and then I came in with my second color. Okay. I love my Bumblebee. I use my Bumblebee all the time. That's probably why that broke. Alright, then I came in with my cherry cobbler and cleaned off my stamp before I stuck it in there. And then just made confetti marks all over on top of it, so it looked like there was multiple confetti going everywhere. Wasn't too particular about it because I knew that I was going to put my little chick on there and my balloon, so it was okay. I'm going to clean these. I'm using my chamois here to clean off my stamps. And close my ink so I don't get my fingers in it. Alright, then I took some little mini dimensionals. Oops, that's not the right one. Yeah, this is the right one. And my Take Pick tool, which I can't find it. Oh my goodness. If you guys saw my desk, you would be like, I thought you said you were an organized person. Oh my goodness. Okay. Then I'm going to pop that on there. And I'm going to pop another one on. And I will take him and put him in the middle here. Isn't he cute? Oh my goodness. And then we're going to just put his balloon on also. And I'll take a larger dimensional because the balloon is larger. Put that right there. And then just kind of tuck him behind so that he looks like he's holding the balloon. And my first one is completely done. Alright, then my second one, I took an extra piece of my designer series paper, and it was the opposite side of this one. So I have the flowers on this side, and then it was the opposite side of this one. And I took my 2-inch punch and I punched that out, and I took the Let's Celebrate You stamp and stamped that on there. Then I used dimensionals and popped that on there. The next one, I took the Stamparatus. So we're going to take this one right out and put it over here, and we're going to work on these two real quick. All right, done with these two. That's my first and my second one. Okay, so when I use my Stamparatus, first of all, I love my Stamparatus. I use it all the time. Couple things that I would recommend that I did not do, but I would recommend that you do it. Spend the little extra money, the $6.50, whatever that extra money is, spend that little extra money and get the pad that comes with it so that when you're working with it, all you have to do is rip it off. The nice thing about this pad is it has the grid on it. The grid paper just helps line everything up. So let's talk about the Stamparatus real quick. It is a positioning tool that helps you stamp perfect, crisp impressions every time. It's $49, and that may seem expensive, but I don't know, 2 days ago I showed you the large Butterfly Brilliance stamp set. It's one large stamp set, and I used my F block to stamp down, and when I popped up, part of my butterfly didn't stamp. And so that whole sheet of paper that I stamped that on is no good. Well, I could have flipped it over and done it again, but if I had used my Stamparatus, I wouldn't have made that mistake, because all I would have had to done is re-inked my stamp and then push it back down. So let me show you what I mean. All right. The Stamparatus comes with directions right here, and it comes with this foam mat so that when you are working with the photopolymer stamps, it lifts the board up just a little bit to help you stamp better. So what I do is I take my ink pad, and I'm trying to figure out my positioning where I'm going to put everybody. And so I ink my stamps, and let's just say this area was clear, okay? This area was clear. Then I take my Stamparatus mirror or clear plate, and I push down on it, okay? That is giving me the stamp onto my grid paper. When I pull this up, because I have my magnet here, it doesn't pull my stamp up. Then what I did is because I used, whoops, see I have ink everywhere. Since I have, I use my dies and I use my embossing machine, I have my little circles. I figured out where I wanted my chicks to fall in my circles, and I just took a pencil and I marked a line on this side and a line on this side, so I knew exactly where to set my circles. Because when I did this, I think I made like 5 or 6 of them. And I don't even have my original that I did, because I already gave it out as a birthday gift, because I just thought it was so cute. So, or a birthday card. So I put that one there. Then I can bring in my other circle, and I figured out where I wanted to line it up, and bam. Okay, so let's just re-ink these back up. Now, the magnet just kind of helps hold the paper, and the magnet usually goes over the paper that you're inking. So I would pull this magnet off, and I'm just going to slide it off real quick. You actually get 2 of these magnets, and I would just put it right here on the side. And I would do the same with that one. So I inked my stamps. I'm going to pull over my board and lay it down, and I'm going to press one more time. And I'm just making sure that I get a good ink on my circles. If I didn't, that's okay. All I have to do is re-ink and go back again. And they are exactly where I wanted them to be. Now I want you to see this. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see this little guy right here. He's not inked very dark, so I want him darker. So I'm going to just take my ink pad. Let me zoom back out so you can see what I'm doing here. Just taking my ink pad, and I'm going back over him because I want him to be darker, and I'm just going back over. And I'm just going to press again. Now, here's the thing. If I had done that with a clear block, I wouldn't have been able to line that up perfectly and re-ink him. I would have had to just either gone with it, or I would have had to flip the circle over and start again. But with the Stamparatus, what it allowed me to do is it allowed me to re-ink and hit those lines exactly in the same spot. And now I have a much darker inked image from my stamp. I really, really like, oh look, her tail didn't get inked very good either. So let's just come back in. And I can keep doing this over and over again. And it's not gonna hurt my images because they're in the exact same spot. Nothing moved. And I'm just gonna press on her little booty. Now I will tell you something. Did you notice that this one had the magnet on it? This one didn't. Yeah. It went off of the line a little bit. So definitely use the magnets. But because I didn't use the magnets, it went off the lines a little bit. But I'm not going to get fussy about it because I still think it looks good. So there, I have those two pieces. And let's see. Okay, so I'm done with my Stamparatus. And let's come in and let's color these guys. And I'm going to use my Daffodil Delight on my friends here. And I'm not going to get picky. I'm just going to come in and just color her a little bit. Nothing too much. Karen, are you still with me? Are you still here or did you pop off? If you're still with me, can you tell me what I put on this fourth circle? Or if anybody's joining me that knows. Okay, and I'm going to do his little hair up here. So cute. Oh my goodness, these Hey Chicks, I'm telling you what, they're a must-have. They are so adorable. All right, then I'm going to grab him, and I'm going to do my lighter color. And I'm just going to come in, and really, like, I should have probably started with my yellow color first so that I don't get the cherry cobbler on my yellow. But yeah, how are we doing on time? Oh, this is going to be a long video. That's okay. Hopefully you'll stick around to the end so you'll be able to see what this looks like. These are really cute cards. And I'm sorry I didn't have this already colored to make this video shorter. I'm going to come in with my yellow. Alright. And just for purposes of making this video just a little bit shorter, we're just gonna move on here. Alright, so you got your first one, you got your second one, you got your third one. I think what I did is happy birthday. So this set came with a happy birthday. And I did not keep it. It's a die. The die looks like this right here. This is the die. It's tiny, so you can put it through the mini embossing. And I used some of the adhesive sheets from Stampin Up. And I put it on the back of the color here. So let me grab one real quick because we'll do this. This is oh, wrong color. Because this is really cute. Alright, then I just kind of cut along my edges so I knew that I was not going to go off of my tape. Because basically what I'm doing is I'm making a sticker, right? Let me show you how I did this because you know, I've said it many times before, I love my mini embossing machine. So I put this here, I turn this around like this, so the sticker part is attached to the paper, and I will be able to pull that backing off here in a second. And then I just went through my mini embossing. And if you hear cracking, those are normal sounds. Don't worry about them. Those sounds are just the die going through. Then I pull this off, and what I get is a cute sticker that says happy birthday on it. And let's pull off the backing. Maybe it'll pull off some of those pieces because I know when I was making this the first time. There we go. It says happy birthday. Look at that. All right. These are tiny, tiny pieces. Don't lose them. Stick them back on your piece immediately. And then I came in here. Oops, there's another little tiny piece. I have my list of things that I need to order because I am needing multiples. Like, I need an extra tape pick tool. I need just some extra things because when I'm creating cards and I set them down and then I have to go look for them, ugh, so hard. Okay, so there. That is the way that looks like. Okay, then I took my mini dots. We are coming to the end, so bear with me here. Took my mini dots and I took my string. And now the string with Stampin' Up! Isn't see-through like this one is, okay? So you don't see through it, but this is what I have, so this is what we're using. And I just created a cute little loop right like that. Then I put another little glue dot on there. Let's see. And I did it this way. Hold on a minute. Gotta get this on the right side. It's right there. I'm gonna do it like this. And it came off onto my ribbon. And then I grabbed my card and I put it up there at the top, right? And then I took my ribbon again and put it on the back of the string and glued it down. And I popped that there. Then I took my next one and I knew that I wanted it to go about right there. So I put another glue dot on. And then I put this right there. There's another glue dot right there. And popped it on there. And I went all the way down. So let me just do this real quick, okay? Oh, they're sticking to my fingers. All right, just like that. And then stuck it on. And the next one. And once I was doing this, I did so many of them, I kind of got into a rhythm. I think I stayed up until like 2 o'clock in the morning doing them because I literally had gotten into a rhythm of doing them that I did not want to stop because it takes a little bit. And the nice thing about the Stamparatus also is because I did do a lot of these at one time, I didn't have to. I did all of these at one time. I did all of these at one time. I did all of these at one time. So I just did them all at one time. All right. Cute, cute, cute. took my ribbon off, and that is the way that he sets up, just like this. So then I brought in my piece that we cut at the very beginning, and I went down, up, down, up, down. Or you could go down, up, down, up, down, up. How about that one? I like that one better, because then you see the bird at the very beginning. So then you come in and you do your fold. Now, if I had a hard time folding this, all I'd have to do is come in here and just maybe cut this just a little bit more. That did seem a little bit tight, but then I took another circle and I placed it there. I did another happy birthday, but we're not going to do that for time's sake. I'm just going to show you how I wrapped this up. And I'm just going to use, let's see here. Let's just use white for right now, because actually I think I did white. And I just took some of my colors that I used before. And again, like I said, I did a bunch of these, so I did them all in the same order. But then I just came here and just went down the edge, just like this, very quickly. And then I cleaned this off and went down with the other card. Oh. We are going to have to get that fixed ASAP. So that's going to be a mess. And I just came in here and did just like this. Just like that. All right, let's put the Bumble Bee aside and the cherry cobbler aside. Then I took my paper and I got out my scoreboard. And when I was doing this as a whole bunch of them at one time, I did not write these numbers down. So let's figure it out real quick together. And then that way we will have it. And then I will put it down below so that we know exactly what the numbers are supposed to be. Okay. So basically, I don't know if you saw what I did here, but I took this down and then I just kind of bent in just a little bit so I could kind of get where I needed to put my my score line. The gray is your score, the darker is your paper trimmer. Just come in here and I just really just kind of made two score lines. One, and then I just moved it over a little bit, two, so that it would make a nice wrap around. And let's do that again on this side. And I'll figure out what these numbers are, and I will put them in the link below in case you want to make this card. And I'll also have it on my website. And then I just use my fingers and just crease those score lines just like that. And then I got out some of my Stampin' Seal and put this right here, right in the middle. And I brought this over and just put some seal on it. And then I pulled this over to make a belly band. The belly band can go on and off to open your card up. And I did get a little further over than what I wanted, so let's just kind of cut that off. And I hadn't sealed it down. Then on this one, I did a second happy birthday, and this is just from the oval dies that I did, and I put that right there in the middle. And just a nice, cute little card. You could even, and then the belly band just slips open and shut. And again, this might be where you have to cut your corners just a little bit more if your belly band's not slipping on and off properly. But you could even take down here at the bottom and put some money right here and then your circles will actually hide it. And then you've got the one to pull it up, 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 and all the way out. And then you have put your saying and your money right there if you wanted to. So that is the birthday card fun fold that I learned from another demonstrator who was a German demonstrator, and just kind of watched her and figured out how she did it and made the numbers myself, and it really turned out to be a fun, cute, fun fold card. So I hope you enjoyed this crazy video and my crazy chick shirt. And for all you chicken lovers out there, if you haven't bought the Hey Chick or Hey Birthday Chick stamp set, I just recommend you do it. You can go onto my website at harvestlanecraftique.com, and I have a host code there. You can buy off of my host code. If you buy more than $150, please reach out to me, and we won't use that host code. We'll go in and do a separate order by yourself. My actual Stampin' Up store is Lori Johnson 1 at stampinup.net. And that's my actual store, and I will put the codes to the stamp sets and the dies and the paper. Unfortunately, this designer series paper you can't get any longer, but we have lots of beautiful colors. We actually have right now the birthday, the Butterfly Brilliance, and that's a 6x6 sheet, and they have beautiful colors in that, and you could just make this just a little bit smaller. Instead of going the 7 1/4, go 6x6, because it's just a square, and you could do the exact same thing that you did with this card. And beautiful, beautiful colors, and do it with butterflies. That would be an alternate way that you could do this card. So I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you enjoyed the fun fold, and thank you so much for joining me. Have a blessed day.